It all started, actually, I was a professional musician. Found that wasn't gonna be a viable option just from a practicality perspective. Was reading an article about how they were doing basic research on interfacing cell membranes with a semiconductor material. I said, being a doctor would be very fulfilling, dynamic, long-term career choice. Decided to pursue that path, but with a more pragmatic approach of electrical engineering. So ended up getting a major in electrical engineering, computer science, chemistry, literally 3 majors, and then went to medical school, but with this idea of more of a kind of a neurologic type approach. Initially, I thought it would be a more classic neurosurgeon. Had some exposure during medical school where I felt more attracted to the orthopedic side. And that was just simply pragmatic. I was like, well, I want to be fulfilled, be interested. So at the time, orthopedics had over 1,000 different procedures you could do. I said, well, that should keep a guy busy. So then as I got into that, I found myself gravitating back towards spine. So getting back towards my neurosurgical type of initial attraction. And then did my training through orthopedics, UT Southwestern in Dallas, affiliate with Parkland, Hopkins affiliated spine fellowship, and essentially that's what I do. It's very critical in what I do that I get my answers that are accurate. It has such an important bearing on what I do. Because one of the simple challenges in the specialty of spine surgery is there's a lot of stuff that'll show up on imaging that's abnormal, but well within the scope of age-related changes, and just because it's there on a study doesn't mean it's causing a problem. So in that regard, it's very important that I get a very clear understanding of what's going on with the patient, what their symptoms are, how they're experiencing it. And it's not because anybody's trying to be ineffective, but I find patients maybe get a little sidetracked. A lot of it's driven by their experience they've had up until they see me. So it's very important that I try to get a patient focused so I can get the information I need, because it's so critical for me to make a good clinical decision to decide what the next step is. It's very important that as a spine surgeon that you stay current, but also, for lack of a better term, make sure that you have 2 feet on the ground. I think in general, there's a lot of stuff out there in the media, the newspaper, the internet. So I find myself a lot of times people are coming in with preconceived notions of what their problem is, what they need. So when you see me, I'm bringing 30 years of experience, double board certification, and yet I'm able to put it in perspective of what's new and out there, but yet still, for lack of a better term, keep 2 feet on the ground. So you're getting in the end what I think is effective. So I consider myself a spine surgeon. That is my primary role. So that does not mean everybody who sees me is getting spine surgery. A large number of my patients I see aren't good candidates for spine surgery. It's very frustrating. Sometimes patients have preconceived notions where they need spine surgery, but at the same time, it's important to, in essence, trust me when I say, look, spine surgery is not what you need, but this is another path you can take. So in essence, if I don't think spine surgery is going to help you, I'm not going to offer it to you. And I'll do my best to at least outline another strategy or treatment plan so you can at least try to pursue other pathways.